In this session, let us try to retrace back some of our steps, because I feel that we have gone a bit too far. And this is really a subject that we can spend many, many hours talking about. And we need to be mindful that we need to keep a certain focus, otherwise I think we'll lose sight of what we are talking about, right? So the question that I want to ask today is the question that basically was in the minds of the proponents of the founding fathers of the welfare state. They asked themselves a simple question: what is the relationship between the state and the citizen? Now, this is a very fundamental question, and this was a question, as I mentioned, that was framed not as an economic question, but as a social question. And the question we need to ask is, do we need to ask the same question? What is the relationship between the citizen and the state, right? And this is important because one of the reasons why the proponents asked this question, the proponents of the welfare state asked this question, was because they experienced so much grief as a result of not asking it. World War I basically sowed the seeds for World War II. And in 1945, by the end of 1945, the proponents of the welfare state had said, enough is enough. We're not going to go through that grief again, because so many people have died, and we have basically squandered an opportunity for peace. And so this was a great moment for a lot of thinkers to reflect on the whole idea of promoting peace, promoting human emancipation. And if you look at the period of 1945 to 1955, you find that there were a lot of works, a lot of theories, which basically was based on only one thrust, and that is to create a better world. How can we make mankind? How can we perpetuate civilization without destroying ourselves? And the reason why they asked this question was, by the end of 1945, the world was a completely different place. The geopolitical landscape of the world was completely different. By August, the Americans had exploded the atomic bomb by dropping it in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. In the Western theater of operations, you have the 17th, 18th, and the 19th Russian Siberian divisions massing along the German front, and they were already starting to build walls. Stalin had already decided to annex Romania, Czechoslovakia, Poland, and what was going on at that period of time was not only a seismic shift on a level that cannot be imagined today, but it actually forced many thinkers to look at how humanity was actually going about its business of perpetuating civilization. And they actually asked many questions. So I think the question that we need to ask ourselves is return to that question that they once asked. And that is, what is the relationship that defines the state and the individual? Because unless we can get this relationship clear, then whatever answers we produce here will be meaningless. It will not add any value to the whole discussion, simply because it will just be a rant. And what we want to do is basically get down into the root, into the nucleus of the whole question, to find out exactly what is really, or what should be, if we take a normative position, what should be ideally the perfect relationship that defines the state and the individual. Something to consider. Okay?